test automation platform, Opkey bagged $47 million in a Series B funding round led by Peakspan Capital along with contribution from existing investors. Opkey, which offers a no-code testing platform for business and technical users, will deploy the capital to streamline its cloud ERP transformation programs and accelerate its technological advancements. Joining me now to discuss this further is Lalit Jain, the co-founder of Opkey. Lalit, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street. You know, to begin with, Opkey is an AI continuous test automation platform. If you could sort of simplify that and tell us what's on offer and give us some use cases.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andati, for having me on the show. So let me talk about the problem which customers face. So visualize large enterprise customers who have their revenue to the north of $1 billion annual. So these customers cannot run their business without solutions like Salesforce for their CRM, Workday for their HR, Oracle for their finance and supply chain. When customers deploy these large solutions, they need a proper validation of these solutions so that they are assured their data is correct, their customizations are in there. So this was a very big problem approximately 10 years ago. So that was the time when Pankaj, Avinash, and myself were thinking about it. We are coming from enterprise world. So that was a time when Opkey was born, and Opkey is a test automation platform and it serves businesses. So in a way, it does all testing and validation for large enterprises automatically.
All right, understood. And you've raised this $47 million. So where will the funds go? What's on top of the agenda on how you're going to spend these funds?
Absolutely. So our solution is now validated by the large customers. They need it desperately. So we want to increase this outreach to as many customers as possible. So the first allocation would be towards our GTM strategy, both direct and channels. So channels like KPMG, etc. So we want to strengthen that thing. Second deployment would be towards our engineering and ops things. Third would be our R&D and AI. So we are creating a meaningful AI. It is already being used by customers. So we want to enhance that AI along with observability, where now customers can know what's running behind the scenes. It is no more oblivious to them, and it would be definitely making some sense for them so that they can make right decisions right now proactively rather than taking reactive decisions while doing firefighting.
Absolutely. And, you know, speaking about your AI play, right, if you could tell us a little bit about your AI and ML play and what gives you the edge, how does it make the process more efficient?
Absolutely. So what happened is, like, over this journey of last 8-10 years, what we understood is that there is a lot of data for the customers which is living in islands. So visualize a customer having their CRM data in Salesforce, HR data in Workday. So what we try to do is making some sense out of the data by using our AI platform. So our AI platform goes to the back, understand those transactions, and tell specifically what has a customer done and what they would be doing in future. So with that thing, we can proactively solve some problems which becomes a menace for the customer in the long run.
All right. And if you could, you know, tell us about your presence then, how many geographies are you currently present in and where do you hope to expand into? Where will the next leg of growth come from?
Absolutely. So right now we are present in the US. The sales and marketing are in the US. Most of the customers are in the US. We want to expand that thing. We want to cover every possible ERP customer in the US. And we have our development centers in India, both in Delhi and Bangalore. We want to increase our development centers to all the places where talent is existing. Now with Peakspan coming into picture, they will be a catalyst towards this growth. They have the right experts who have done this in past, and with their team joining hands with us, we definitely see this is going to happen once again, and we see this company growing and becoming at least $1 billion enterprise in next 5 years.
$1 billion enterprise in the next 5 years. Then if you could, you know, you've told us the kind of businesses you work with, but if you could give us some names, who are your typical clients? And you currently cater to over 200 enterprise customers, right? So that gap that you're solving for, any new offerings that you have in the pipeline?
Yes. So there is a new offering called as observability, which will give a real-time insight into customer transactions. The customers whom we are working right now are Gap. This is a large US retailer. We are close from them. So likes of those customers, there are state entities as well, the US state entities which work with us as their customers. So I cannot name all of them right now. There's a big list of 200 customers, but what I can tell you is 70% of those customers are Fortune 1000 customers.
All right. And what about revenues then? What's profitability looking like? And what's the revenue mix between geographies? But right now, currently, your largest is obviously the US, right?
Absolutely. So US is the largest one, and we are a hyper growth company. We are growing at the rate of 2x year on year for past couple of years, and we want to sustain this growth for as many number of years we can. But that's an aspirational statement. We definitely would be happy if this growth goes for at least 3 years from now.
All right, Lalit, we're completely out of time on the show, but thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you all the best on this journey.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Thanks to you and your viewers.
Well, with that, it's time for us to head into a short break. But up next, we get you a special conversation with Pine Labs founder and CEO as it has secured NCLT approval to merge its entities in India and Singapore. Stay tuned.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV 18 on all of our digital platforms.